Hello everybody, it's the GenerallyGoodGamer and Gennal. Now Gennal has moved into her new home in the Hinterlands. Gennal, show us about. Oh, there's a lovely fire here, very good. What else have you got? A bed, fantastic, with a hog atop it. Oh, a meaty haunch, fantastic. Okay, very, very good. And as you'll see, it's tucked just to the south of Airy Peak in a cozy little hillock. There we are. Lovely. Very nice. What a rainy day. That is a bit much. Now, Gennal wouldn't have known it was rainy. She spent the past 2 weeks napping. A very long nap. Now, Gennal, you have a few quests to hand in, but before you do, let's use your magic to turn down the rain. Let's do that. Very good. Now, last time we were here, we completed a few quests in Hinterlands. We killed many trolls, collected their necklaces, and made some new friends. Now today, we are going to be handing in some of those quests. Gennal actually went back there very soon afterwards, as she realised she didn't save Buckfeather, Buckbeak, Sharpbeak. There we go. And she has now saved Sharpbeak, and she will tell the Talon Master, Talon Keeper, the person in charge of Sharpbeak, Sharpbeak's best friend. She'll tell the person as well that we have saved Sharpbeak. Before we do, we have to talk to Falstead. Weird question, High Elf, but to my knowledge, none of my Griffin riders reported Murloc presence on the shore. Raven Tusk, yes, but no Murlocs. Are you sure your information is correct? So you want to help the little Murloc? Valiant effort. We, the Wildhammer, value compassion above all. Unfortunately, I cannot help you find his parents, but I know one person who could. Nat Pagle, the legendary fisherman. When I last met him, he wanted to learn the secrets from Murlocs. You're committed. You could try to find him. Maybe he knows their language. I heard he is now in Kalimdor. Okay, that's vague directions. Kalimdor is a quite large land, but thank you. We'll look out for Nat Pagle. Continue upwards. Talanax. Sharpbeak is restored. Swiftwind and Keenclaw returned with their child moments ago, and are fussing over him like new parents. Seeing them together is enough to even give this old dwarf mist in the eyes. We cannot repay you enough for what you've done, Gennal. The Griffins of Airy Peak and their riders will sing your name for a long time. And some fantastic rewards that Gennal simply cannot wield. Griffin Rider's Stormhammer. Wow, I would have expected a bit more of a bulky object, but then again, dwarves are small, so that makes some sense. We'll take that. Thank you, Talanax. Apparently. There we go. Great. Another happy dwarf. Onwards. So, we have a couple more. We have these Hinterlands quests to hand in. We also rescued OX098 that's the Booty Bay. But let's firstly head over to... There's Drakier Swiftaxe. See if we can locate him. I'd guess probably in this hillside keep. Maybe not. Let's have a read. Ah, yes it is. It's just on top of this exclamation mark. Fantastic. Rakir, we have killed many trolls. You are a true hero, Gennal. I expected nothing less from you. Here, take this. It is more power than you think. Oh, that's a nice trinket. That's a trinket. Oh wow, didn't realise. Increases chance to hit with spells That is great. And chance to hit by 1%. We feel like using our staff or a stave, then we will have some more success. And a ding. The big 5-0. Gennal's knowledge has grown. And I'll show you how her knowledge has grown very shortly. We have a few new spells. Let's hand these quests in first. But before we do, actually, let's pop this trinket in. Oh, in here, and we'll have this one ready whenever we want to mount up. I think what we should do is have a macro that does both at the same time. That would be useful.
How are you?
Okay, you truly dealt a mighty blow to the Valbranch trolls. They won't be attacking us anytime soon. Here, a reward truly worthy of the hero you are. Okay, what do we get? A Pendant of the Deep? Okay, looks like that's the one we want. Oh, very nice. Pendant of the Deep.
Be good.
There we are. Do we have enough? We don't have enough Troll Trouble necklaces, that's fine. Bags are fairly full, but let's just leave them as they are for now. Say that, but we have a merchant right here. Alyssa, thank you for taking care of our repairing. And you take a few items off our hands. I'm going to give you this Griffin Rider's Stormhammer. Feel free to use it as you see fit. Thank you. Ghost mushrooms, we can probably sell that. Oh, a nice friend has... What a nice person. Here's a few buffs there, very kind. Anything else? I would like to try and sell some of these things in the auction house, so I don't think we'll attempt to, or not attempt, we will not sell these here to a vendor. Right, and what's next? We did both of those. Well, I said that Gennal had learned a few new spells, so let's get out of the rain and I'll show you. Okay, so first we have, let's get up our talents here. So firstly we have an entirely redone set of talents that have allowed us to get this new spell, Flash Freeze. No, it's Icicles, there we go. In fact, instead of just talking you through them, let me show you. So mages are played a little bit differently now. Coming out of character for a second, it's now patch 1.172, I believe, or something like that. And all the classes have had some rework done to them at differing levels, and some of them aren't too different, but others have had a rework that's quite substantial. Frost mages, they've had a slight rework in that now it pays to have your ice barrier always up. You see here it increases your damage by 15% while it's up, so always keeping this up is vital. And this spell here, Flash Freeze, it holds you in position and is sort of like an arcane missiles type effect, but if you get struck during that you take significant damage. So I will show you. So let's get our ice barrier up. Frostbolt, what about icicles? Here's icicles. Pretty nice. And it's not too much mana either. If we have a look, it's around about 170 mana there, which is cool. There are a few other abilities as well that have changed. So Flash Freeze is now something that the passive that comes into effect. So if we cannot freeze someone because they're immune to it, instead we have a 100% chance to gain Flash Freeze, which resets our icicles cooldown. So I can imagine this being very good for bosses and well, elite mobs I suppose that have or don't allow us to freeze them in place. So very cool, very cool. Right, I would show you more, but I just don't know more. I think the frost tree doesn't seem too different to me, apart from those things I've already shown you. Otherwise there's fire and arcane, but I haven't really looked into those. I apologise. Now, we should think about where we're going. We have a couple of quests for one of the dwarves in a hut up here. Or maybe it's there. The two brothers, if you don't remember. Two brothers and their mother, and they wanted us to I think it was something like create an item, and the other one wanted an item that was even better, and then the mother butted in and was like, no, go to these 2 instances and get us something incredible, and then we will be even better than our sons. Something like that. In any case, that's what we're going to do now. We're going to go to Moradin and kill Landslide, and then also to Hateforge Quarry. So, I believe, unless we can instantly get a group, I will find a group and then join you all at the entrance. Let's see what we can do. We're level 50 now, so we can actually do Hateforge as well. Apparently I have a party members level mismatch. I'm not in a party, am I? Uncertain what that means, so let's... Let's try again. In any case, I will form a group and I shall see you once that's complete. Well, no luck yet, but I decided to change the plans slightly. Guthrum, we're not going to need your services. Instead, we're going to create our own teleport to Theramore. We have a few more quests to hand in. One to one of the mages at Theramore, and we have a couple of those OOX quests to hand in Booty Bay. So I believe we can get both of those done. And look at that. Magus Hallister, Magus Hallister. Magus, we have the reagency required. Back from Dalaran already? It took us only a year or so to get this quest complete, so I'm glad you think that's quick. Ah, the Arcane Resonator. I thought this technology to be lost when Archimond crushed Dalaran. Fortunately, Killentor is tougher than I expected.
See you around.
Much tougher. Anything else for us to do? I shall need your help during the ritual. Perhaps we may learn more from the spirit realm. Let's begin. So we have to assist the Magus during the ritual and report the findings to Garen Vimes. We can do that, no problem. It looks like he's teleporting, he's summoning something. Calls upon the arcane, his channeling draws forth the energy of the spiritual realm. Who disturbs my rest? Do I owe my service to the Alliance even in death? Let me pass to the spirit realm in peace. Pavel Wreath. Pavel Wreath, in life you failed to uphold honor. You deserted your friends, your family. Now you have a chance to redeem yourself. Isn't it obvious? The deserters did it, not me. Though, in my last days, I did what was right. I tried to stop them. That's why they left me in the swamp. Shady Rest Inn was open to everyone, even us. We have spent many evenings there laughing and drinking. But one time, some of our people got too drunk. They started meddling with the innkeeper until they said too much. Something about the vengeful mariner. They couldn't allow this to reach Theramore, so they burned the inn. No witness. Scroll down. God, what did he say in return? Vengeful mariner? You would not understand. Well, looks like he left us for good. At least we got some answers out of him. Now, go back to Captain Garen Vimes. He will know what to do. Okay, well, to all of you that didn't quite understand where this quest came from, we picked this up when we were in Dustwallow Marsh a year ago in this series real life timeline, and we were completing the Shady Rest Inn questline. I never got around to collecting the reagents that were necessary for that. Well, for that magical apparition to appear. I guess apparition to appear. Apparitions appear, is that correct? Anyway. And so we continue that questline there. I didn't quite realise what quest it was until we'd begun it and they mentioned the Shady Rest Inn. But hey ho, that one's done. And it looks like we have a few more quests in that line to do. Gennal doesn't like to leave anything complete, so completionist is getting satisfied now.
Need help?
Garen, we have something to report from the Magus. So it was the deserters. Very well. I suspected it, to be honest. These people have no honour. We shall send our best men to deal with them. But before this, I think the Horde should also get an explanation and an apology. And when it comes to this mariner, let me consult with some of my advisors. I think I may have heard of this man before.
Be careful.
Very well. What would you have us do next? Go to Falgren and Kagoro, explain the situation to them, and apologise for us blaming them. We need to make this right and show our goodwill. Perhaps they will forgive us. Okay, report back to Falgren House Steel on the road between Shady Rest Inn and the Lost Point. Well, I guess we could also do this. I wasn't expecting to complete or continue even this quest line, so let's do that. Having a year off, 9 months, to be honest. 9 months off in between quest lines doesn't help with understanding or keeping the story in mind. Right, let's do that. Now, I did, of course, want to do Hateforge Quarry for Moradin. But it looks like Turtle Wow's looking for turtle function isn't working in the group finder. So I'm subjected to what is an awful amount of spam in /world. What we'll do is we'll keep an eye out for anyone looking for groups for Hateforge Quarry, Moradin. In fact, what I might do I have anything saved as I can copy paste? I don't think so. So let's quickly just write something that we can spam as required. So looking for group, say DPS, looking for group, or flag, Mara, or Forge. Copy that. There we are. Ah, I wish I didn't do that actually. In turning on these tracked quests or untracked quests from PF quest that add-on, I've discovered where Nat Pagle is. Now I wish I didn't do that sometimes, as it does remove some of the mystery and spontaneous discoveries that occur. But another part of me is secretly very happy. No longer is that a secret, I suppose. So yeah, so 1.17.2 has come out, and mixed reactions on the whole. Positive from me, for the most part. I don't feel like a huge amount has changed for Mage. I have a couple of spells I still haven't picked up. I think that they redid Amplify and Dispel Magic, and in doing so, it's I believe that I have to go back and purchase those spells from Mage Trainer. Beyond that, I don't feel like Frost has changed tremendously. They've made it a little bit more interesting, but it hasn't changed so substantially that I've had to take any time to relearn. It seems like AoE farming is still the same from what I can see. Spells still work the same way. I don't think it's too different. But I've heard some people disagree with other specs. I think Survival Hunters, for example, and some disparaging of the changes that made them less viable in PvP, and anyway, I don't know what to make of it. And I think something like Hamstring for Warriors is now on cooldown, I believe, unless they change that back. I don't mind the changes. I think it adds a Vanilla Plus tweak that was... Well, that makes it Vanilla Plus. And I think, you know, my favourite class actually is Druid. And I have a level 51 Druid on this server as well that I only play with a friend of mine offline. Well, I say offline. Clearly it's online, but offline from the camera. And that's a lot of fun, but it's been interesting to see the changes to Druid as well. I play Resto in this for the most part, and I have been enjoying the focus around regrowth. That's been an interesting change, but I haven't really delved too much into these things, so I'll probably give a more thorough report. Well, never, I guess, but if I do, it will be in the future. Let's send out another looking for group. Ah, Falgren. Still atop this small hill, facing off to Kagoro. Falgren, hello. We have news. The deserters, I knew they were vile people, but to burn innocents alive. Light saved the souls of these poor people. So be it. Kagoro is already around here, and we should meet him at once. The second meeting. Here we are again for another meeting with the Horde. Kagoro has explained some things to me, but we're ready for our meeting. Well, let's enjoy. Who will say the first word? It's a standoff. It's a standoff, guys. They're staring each other out. Who's going to blink? Anyone's guess. Should we tap Falgren on the shoulder? Learn to get started? Yeah, come on Falgren. Stop staring and just get started. Kagoro, we are ready. Falgren. Kagoro, on the behalf of the Alliance and the city of Theramore, I'd like to apologise for not believing you in my false accusations. We're now certain that the deserters burned the inn. I'm relieved to hear it. Our investigation of black dragons yielded no results. But how did you learn the truth? Through the power of magic, of course, arts of divination. We communed with the spirit of Pagle Wreath. Extraordinary. Incredible sorcery, as always. But why? Why did they burn the inn? Well, this is the bit where it gets complicated. The deserters were regular patrons of the inn. In their drunken state, they confessed something to the innkeeper. In fear of the information reaching Theramore, they preferred to kill him and leave false evidence. The shield! Yes, it makes sense. Pagle Wreath wanted to stop him. He may have been a deserter, but he had some of his honour still left in his heart. That's why they left him in the swamp. What was the information that was so precious to the deserters? About this, we're not sure. Something about the Vengeful Mariner, a rumoured true leader. You heard about him? Vengeful Mariner. The ogres speak of a haunted sailor terrorising the shores, but I doubt it's connected. We'll soon bring justice to the deserters for their crimes. Thank you for your information, Kagoro. The Horde has helped plenty in these lands. We believe in justice the same way the Alliance do. Go with honour, friend. We should report to Captain Garen Vimes, let him know our discoveries. We'll do that, thank you both. Okay. Off we head. Now let's head this way. We did sneakily see that Nat Pagle was in this direction, so we will head there first. Let's check and see if there's anything or anyone looking for a magical member to join. Not that I can see. Yeah, something else I've just been reminded that I did see was that druids will get a swift travel form, which is interesting. excited for that as well. Anything else? I mean, I don't really know Mage too well in terms of fire and arcane, so can't report on those changes. As I said, Frost doesn't seem too dissimilar, which I'm happy about. I like the position of Frost, although I've heard in raids it is exceptionally plain. And one spell rotation for the most part. But this should enhance things. Oh, let's get rid of that. /6. Did see there was a tank looking for a group, but I cannot be bothered. Gennal can't be bothered to form her own group and lead. She's no leader. She's a support character for the most part, despite being a mage. She prefers being looked at as a support character. Providing food and drink where necessary, some nice buffs as well, a bit more intelligence to go around. And obviously, the good looks. Wreck. Gennal's travelled these wilds many times now, so reversing it is second nature to her. Though she's sad to no longer have Tommy around to help with the steep inclines. Jerry is just as good. Jerry the Asian unicorn. But Tommy was more sturdy. More reliable. Look at this, Nat Pagle. Blink right into the middle of his camp. Sorry about that, Nat. We don't mean to impose ourselves. Nat, we've come seeking advice about a particular baby Murloc. Murlocs. I have spent months amongst them trying to learn their fishing techniques. During this time, I learned a lot about their customs and behavior. Sometimes I feel like I can understand their language, and it creeps me out. Regardless, when it comes to your little friend, I don't have good news. It pains me to tell you this, but his parents are probably dead. Murlocs, while ferocious and territorial, care deeply for their tadpoles. I've seen them sacrificing themselves so their children could live. Truly, we should appreciate these creatures more. And one more thing. If you want this little Murloc to live, it will need your help. The Hinterlands are dangerous. It will not survive on its own. Okay, well, I guess we should adopt. That's what I'm gathering from Nat's passage about parents being dead. Okay, back to Theramore we go. We should report our findings. In fact, we could teleport. Let's do that. Gennal, teleport, please. Okay, great. I believe we need to report our news back to Garrison Commander. Let's do that. Soldiers busy at training there. Oh gosh, blinking into a wall. Clumsy, clumsy. Captain, we have news. What did you learn, soldier? It does appear that the deserters are behind the burning of the inn. If there is ever to be justice, we must stop them from continually dragging more and more of our most loyal into their ranks. There shall be no quarter. They are wanted, and we shall dole out justice for all of their lives lost. The deceit caused directly to the west of Theramore, to the northeastern ridge or edge of the quagmire, the deserters' hideout. It is there that they gain their strength. Find Selek Voss, the new leader of the camp. Slay him, and bring his medallion to me as proof of the deed. Okay, no problem. We seem to join two paragraphs together there. I apologise for that. So, just to reiterate for my own memory, the deserters' hideout, northeastern edge of the quagmire. I think we know where that is. That's fine. I've been there a few times. Yes, no problem. Around here, I believe. Okay. A little bit off the beaten track today, but that's okay. We had a few things to mop up, and I was happy to do so. I don't know if any of you remember this questline. This Shady More Tavern, Shady Inn, Shady Rest Inn. Shademore is a different person, aren't they? I vaguely do I'm sure I've talked about this in a previous video a long time ago, but I do vaguely remember this quest, and so when it came to finding clues, that's part of the quest line. You go to the inn and you look around the burned husk that remains, and in doing so you look for clues that could point you in a direction. And I remembered that from, well, the only time I would have done it, I believe, would have been in the original classic in 2005. I think that I would have played that. It's one of those iconic quests that most people seem to have a memory of. They did it, and there are some others as well. That's definitely one of them. Gosh, there's a thresher there, a bit deeper actually than I realised, so we'll be fine. Anyway, nice to finish off this questline. Yes, I do apologise for having all the spam there today in our chat window. It does take away some of the immersion when people are talking about suicide here, and I think maybe vegetarianism I saw somewhere earlier. So I apologise for that, but just for the time being I'll have it there until we find a group. You never know, we might find other things to do in the meantime. Enough things to do. So we're not limited by the fact that we can't find a group. Can we get up here? Tommy would be able to, but Jerry having some issues. We do. Round here? Yeah, I think round here. Tempting to jump over these sodden, sandy mounds. I mean, it is a difficult thing for hooves to traverse. But we're heading in the right direction. The Zeppelin wreck still hasn't been searched through and cleared up by the Horde. Poor efficiency there. It's actually up here. Could be. Let's head in that direction. Scout around these slimes. We see a light in the distance, signifying humanity. Okay, let's buff up. Prepare ourselves. Ooh. What else do we need? We have a potion here. Let's down an elixir. Food buff as well. And let's look out for boss, I believe. Okay. Gennal checks her diary. Within their base. Gosh, she is brave. Okay, Justice for All, Elite Quest, Select Voss, Medallion of Voss. I think we'll be fine. Voss. Oh, Voss, you're there. Another one there. Let's watch our backs. Let's get used to this ice barrier. Straight into our icicles. Okay, great. What to do is just keep managing our shield. We can do that, then eventually it will enter Gennal's muscle memory. Be all okay. Fantastic. Boss is slain. We have the medallion as proof pulled from his corpse. Let's head back to Theramore again. Mages do have it easy at times, don't they? Gosh, an absolute half bunny, half human there. Having a whale of a time. A bunny having a whale of a time. Oh, very good. This time, Gennal learnt from her mistakes. Blink directly into the wall. Smart girl. Captain, boss has been dispatched. Without you, we would still be in the dark. Who knows? Maybe you stopped another war between the Horde and the Alliance. You are a hero of Theramore. For all the work you have done to ease these tensions and solve this mystery. For this, I would like you to take one of these weapons from my personal armory. Concerning the Vengeful Mariner, sailors coming to Theramore have reported seeing a shadowy figure stalking the coast. The question does remain though, why was this figure so important to the deserters? I would not lose sleep. This is not a mystery for us to worry about, or another investigation to be launched. Let them keep their mariner in whatever grave he occupies. Shadowy figure stalking the coast. Could we locate this figure? How interesting. I don't know if I know what that's about. Does anyone? Anyone have any information about that in the comments? I would love to know. Is that something that we can investigate ourselves, or does it lead onwards? My suspicion is it's something like a black dragonkin. Is the black dragonfly doing something nefarious? Probably not Nefarian itself, but any thoughts? What is that about? Right. Onwards. So we can now do that Murloc quest. That's fantastic. I think we should head firstly to Booty Bay and have this completed. Let's do that. Let's go to Booty Bay. Baldrak, we require a trip Booty Bay. So Barons first, would that be correct? Aye, Barons, then boat onto Ratchet, onto Booty Bay. Sorry, getting confused now these days. Okay, well let's just stop talking to him. He seems to want to chat. On we go. I did see that there was someone looking for a healer. Oh, sorry, rather, they are a healer looking for a group. I hate Forge Quarry, but I think they're like Gennal. They don't see themselves as a leader, so they're not willing to start the group themselves. Yeah, so I hear that this isn't working at the moment, which is a real shame. The Barons. Been a while since Gennal's been back here. Brings back a few memories. Not many, she hasn't been here very much. But a few. In fact, I personally cannot think of any memories that this brings up in my mind, Gennal. When did she come here? I'm sure someone could tell me. Looks like I haven't explored much of it, so probably it was just a run through. We may have gone from Dustwallow Marsh upwards. Yes, I think that's what we did. I believe there was one time we had a quest to come here. Maybe one was to Booty Bay. And yeah, we did it because we were sent here by someone in Theramore.
You need something?
Goodness me, there's a festival going on, but Gennal, are we going to have a look? What is the festival?
What can I do for you?
I don't even know. What festival have we got going on right now? Anyone want to tell me? The Brewing Festival. Hear ye, hear ye. One-of-a-kind competition unfolds in the bustling port of Ratchet. Any connoisseur of fine ale, grog and stouts should not miss out on this unparalleled occasion. Grab your drinking buddies and help out in making the perfect alcohol in all of Azeroth. Gennal doesn't drink much. She had a bad occurrence in the Hinterlands. She drank some of their grog, became utterly drunk, and didn't play again. When I say play, didn't actually play any games in her free time for another 3 weeks. She did other things, but she likes to play crosswords and Sudoku and chess, but she didn't play for 3 weeks. And doesn't want a reoccurrence of that. Okay. It doesn't look like we're going to get a group. I don't really like the spam, so we're going to try one more time. We're going to leave it for a few minutes. And if we get nothing, we get nothing. Okay, we have left Channel World, as you can see. And we'll just complete the quests that don't require us to go into an instance today. So with that being said, let's start off this quest here to hand in Booty Bay for locating OX09 HL for the Hinterlands variety. Hopefully, Ogle, I think his name is, will be over the moon that we have done this. Ogle, where are you? You seem to be in one of these houses, perhaps? Oglethorpe Obnauticus, what a fantastic name.
Salutations.
We bring great news. Oh, you're the great savior of OX09HL. I cannot even begin to express my thanks for your assistance. My homing robot series needs more development, but your recovery has saved me countless hours of extra rebuilding time, as well as many gold pieces in manufacture costs. Sorry, I have a negative mindset. Please take your choice of any of these items I have. Thank you again for your generous assistance, Gennal. My robots and I are in your debt. Oh, nice. So, definitely not wanting those. But we'll go for them anyway, just to... well, to accept his present to us, his reward to us. Thank you. We will. And you too, Ogle. You too. Okay, so that's complete. And Gennal opens her diary. Back to the Murloc, I presume. We also have a quest for Sunken Temple, so we will attempt that at some point. Right, yes, onwards we go. That is all that really is current in our log. For Hinterlands, I think we have our Hearthstone set there. We do. Nice and easy. Always takes Gennal a second to get her bearings after halving. Oh, directly into a wall again. Come on, Gennal. I did forget that we could put up carrots and the stick on, can't we? Couldn't we? Well, I'm excited for the Murloc. Baby, the Murloc tadpole. Will not be cuter than my own pet. IRL. Little cat. Although she's quite an annoying little cat, I must say. Always wants our attention. Lovely as that is. It can be annoying because it demands every time. I cannot say no. But it demands our attention and she gets our attention. I think yesterday, she used to have this great routine where she would wake up, we'd play in the morning, about half an hour or so, and then she'd go to sleep, and she'd sleep all during the daytime until around 6 PM. That was great. You know, I could get things done that I needed to get done, and it worked well. We had a good thing going. My partner and I realized in the summer, so we went away during the summer for a couple of weeks, and then we went away again a week ago, or 2 weeks ago, something like that. And when we came back, both times we noticed that our cat Isabelle became exceptionally more needy than she was before. She was quite needy before, but now she'll stay awake all day and she'll only go to sleep when my partner, who primarily works out of the house, I primarily work at home, my partner came home. So she'll stay awake all through the day while I'm working or doing whatever, and she will not leave me alone. In fact, the only time that she'll sleep is she'll come into the office and she'll moan, cry. I'll pick her up. In fact, I pick her up before she moans and cries, don't worry. And I put her on the desk, she wanders around the desk, looks out the window, sits in front of me, stares into my eyes, and then looks down at my lap, places 2 paws onto my lap, and at that point I realise that I'm not going to do anything else for about 20 minutes. She has inhibited whatever it is that I was to be doing, or was going to do. And that's my work done. And so I can't just take her off, because that's not nice. There's something about her that won't allow me to just tell her to stop. So I allow her to sit there for about 20 minutes, enough time that she doesn't think that she's being rejected. And then I'll have to get up. And she's not that light. She's about 3 kilograms, so she's a small cat for her age. And a very small cat for her breed, actually. But still, my legs do go numb. All of that to say that there is no way that this tadpole that we're going to be receiving, Murloc tadpole, is as cute, or going to be as cute as my cat Isabelle. But we shall see. It is funny though, I think she was a cat that was quite standoffish when we first got her, but she's totally changed. She will not leave us alone. She'll wake us up during the night by jumping on the bed and making biscuits and coming up to our faces and meowing extremely loudly, but not a normal meow, it's more of a meow, meow. Keep doing it until we wake up and we start stroking her. If we ever stop stroking during that period, she will meow again. Very, very cute, but does run at its limits. 4 AM. Look how small it is. Very, very cute. Not intimidated. Let's come up to it very slowly. I wish we didn't have a disease on us. But, you know, first impressions do matter. Murloc. Murloc baby. We're here to be your parent. The tadpole is waiting for you. You're the only one who can save him now. You will become his new family, his new friend. But wait, it needs a name. Gurky. Gurky is not perfect. Isabelle. We will call you Isabelle. Isabelle hops into your pocket. Oh, the adventures you will have together. Isabelle. Oh gosh, what a great noise. Let's get Isabelle out. Where is Isabelle? Oh, okay, I see. Isabelle. Let's not ruin our immersion by having two of them. Isabelle, come. Oh, how cute you are. Wow, did you hear that? That's a great noise. Fantastic. Come on, Isabelle. Our new companion has joined our adventures. Oh, and a lovely ambient footstep sound from the Murloc. Does it increase in tempo as we run faster? Does seem to. Lovely pitter patter. Okay, well, we're not going to get a group for now, so let's end today's episode there. Thank you all very much for joining us. Next time we'll get a few instances done. We have 3 on the menu. Who knows which one will be first? Isabelle doesn't know, nor does Jerry. And Tommy, wherever you are, you don't know either. So, until next time, thank you all for joining us. Hopefully Gennal will get over her disease. And join us then. Goodbye.